Hello. So you probably clicked on this video because you want to know a bit more about ESTJs. I'm an ESTJ. We're also known as the Guardians. So I'm going to try to do this video in like one take because I don't really know how to edit videos and put them together. So this is just how it's going to be. Okay. So I wrote a list of things, of ways that ESTJ are. So this video is kind of about like what to expect if you were kind of getting to know an ESTJ. So I've got my phone here, and I'm just going to kind of read some stuff that I thought of and I'm like, yeah, this is how I am. So this is how ESTJ kind of could be expected to be. Okay, so the first one is we are direct and honest. And I think this can be seen as being kind of bossy. I think that's the way it can come across, but that's really like not our intention. We just want to be honest. We don't have time for like BS. And we're not one to like sweep things under the carpet. If there's a problem, then we like to talk about it almost instantly. But if not instantly, then within a few days, we will definitely bring it up. And what we find that we want by doing that is once we talk about it is to then better yet even like come up with solutions about whatever it is that we're being direct and honest about, and if there was a problem and that kind of thing. The second one is we crave daily stability. So being on track, just having like a daily life that we know exactly what's going to happen, like, oh, you know, I have my stable job, I know where I'm living, I know what I'm doing, and kind of know what I'm going to be eating and that kind of thing. But that's not to say that we can't be spontaneous and adventurous. We definitely can, but it's just in terms of like wanting that daily stability and then having the spontaneous things kind of around that rather than within that, if that makes sense. I think it does. Okay, and then the third one is that actions speak louder than words for us. So you can say all these things to an ESTJ, but if you're not showing it through your actions, especially consistent actions, then you're not going to get very far. The fourth one is we are quite set. We are set in our views and values and that kind of thing. So we're not very flexible around them. That's not to say again that we can't sit down and have a conversation about things. We can, but don't expect an ESTJ to change their mind. It's really not going to happen. They can see your point of view, but they won't change who they are or change their mind, especially about things that they feel strongly about. I forgot what number this next one was. Next one is that ESTJs are not people pleasers. We have the mindset of like, you know, being ourselves, being ourselves. So being our kind of authentic self is what will attract the right people for us. We don't like to change who we are, what we do in order to mold or fit in. That's really not something that we go for. And I guess the best way to say it is I care about what I think of me more than what others think of me. So what's more important to me is how I feel about myself rather than what other people feel about me. And in terms of ESTJ, usually they will put themselves first, and it can maybe be seen as something quite selfish, but actually it's an action that we kind of do to protect ourselves and to feel confident in the decisions that we are making. And it's not to say that we don't care about other people. We genuinely do, especially like the people we care about and love and like that kind of thing. Like we care about so much more than I can possibly explain, right? But for an ESTJ, it's just really important to like kind of put yourself and your well-being first. If there's something that goes against you, just going against the grain and that kind of thing, like we are prone to saying no rather than yes. Like I said, especially if it's something that goes against like who we are as a person. The next one is that we enjoy deep conversations. Definitely more so than small talk. Small talk is fine, but deep conversations is better. Just don't like throw it onto us. Maybe like a slow burner, like getting into it, because like, you know, we just find those super interesting. Next one is that we ESTJs tend to question everything. Like we just tend to, you know, be cautious, especially in like the uh first times of whatever it is that we're experiencing. We will be very cautious. Um Over time, you know, that will definitely lessen, but at first we will be cautious. And again, like I said, that is so that we can protect ourselves and feel confident in the decisions that we make. Authenticity, as I've said, you know, just being true to ourselves is really important rather than trying to mold in. ESTJs tend to be more future focused than past focused. This one, I think it might just be a me thing, but I am an ESTJ, but maybe that might differ for some people. Definitely more future focused than past focused. The next one is that if an ESTJ needs to make a decision, because you know the phenomenon like mind versus heart, which one do you go with? Well, if I had to make a really important decision, ESTJ, I think that ESTJ will definitely go with their mind rather than their heart. And that's to kind of say, in this case, what I mean by mind is like facts over heart, which is feelings. And I would definitely go more with facts. And that's not to say that we don't take feelings into account. We definitely do. Definitely do. But if one had to weigh heavier than the other one, it would be the mind. So another thing is that we like to plan. So we like to have things like kind of precise. I have like a calendar where I write down all my events that are happening, the exact time, the exact location. Everything is there so that I know exactly what I'm doing when. We ESTJ tend to steer clear from drama and gossip. Definitely not something that we're interested in. And finally, I think these are all of them, but I could think of for this video anyway. ESTJ tend to have a small group of close friends, but we can also be very sociable on nights out or whenever we need to be. And we like to include everyone and make sure no one feels left out. That's really important to us. So that's more about the ESTJ. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm really glad that you are looking forward to getting to know an ESTJ. I personally think we're great. And yeah, I feel like we can be misunderstood sometimes, but hopefully you can see why. I think it's because like we're quite strong and steadfast and like just like this is what it is. But I think we need people like that in the world. So I think that's quite important. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this or if you learned anything out of it, please leave a thumbs up so I know. And if you're interested in maybe more MBTI videos and want to ask some questions about ESTJ in general, feel free to write any comments below as well. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. See you next time. Bye bye.